dirty joke. I'm trying to do PG-13. That's only a dirty joke in Dunville. And I'm allowed to make fun of Dunville. I spent a year there one night, so that's where my parents had our trailer growing up. Yeah, man. When 40 minutes, when you're like 9 or 10 years old, they remember that? When 40 minutes in a car felt like you were going to Alaska? Yeah, and that's what I was going to say. Millennials don't get it. When we were kids and we went on holidays, you know what you had in the back seat? Kids nowadays, they got gaming systems, they can watch a DVD, they can go on their phones. You know what you had in 1977 when I was 11 years old? An Archie's Digest with 3 pages missing. That's what you had. And you had parents in a non-air-conditioned Dodge Osmond station wagon because nobody had come up with the minivan yet. No, they'd come up with a torture device called the station wagon. And what the problem was it was supposed to bring our family together. I knew that because I asked my dad once. I was like, Dad, why do we have to go on holidays? He took me aside, nicely said, "Because your mother wants us to do things to the fucking family! So you're gonna get in that car, we're going to Dublin Park, and you're gonna have a good time! You're going on holiday." They would get us in the car. This is the closest I had ever seen my mother and father come to divorce, was taking us on a holiday in the car. Because this was before GPS. Yeah, I don't like GPS, man. That messed me up. My buddy had one of them TomTom GPS things, right? But they don't, like, update it. So I smoked a joint and I'm sitting beside him in the passenger seat and he pulled onto the Red Hill Expressway, but that hadn't been programmed into his TomTom yet. And I'm looking around seeing traffic and overpasses and underpasses, but I'm looking at that car and we're in Narnia. I'm like, dude, you better move. We're going to hit a creek and a tree here. Anyhow, my dad, I can't get off topic because I got that AC/DC thing where you can't pay attention. Shut up, Nancy. I know it's not called that, all right? I call it that so I can remember what it's called. Because what the hell? It's a disorder where you're hyper, can't concentrate, and remember shit, but they give it 4 letters. It's like the guy who invented the word stutter. Yeah, put an ST at start and 2 T's in the middle. Watch you try and say that. Check it out over here. You know, people speak like this. We're going to call that a lisp. Lisp. You can't even say it without having one. So I don't want to get off topic. So my dad would give my mom a map. And my mom would look at the map. That was the first mistake, because I don't think he thought she'd use it, but she would. And then she would turn to my dad and she'd go, "Earl?" Because my parents' names are Earl and Joyce. When I did the Spectator interview, and they asked me, "What's your mom and dad's name?" I went, "Earl and Joyce." He snickered, and I went, "Yeah, don't that sound like people you play euchre with?" "Oh, yeah, Earl and Joyce and Blanche and Henry." "How about Bob and Carol?" "Too boring." So, that's right, Bob and Carol's not as exciting as Earl and Joyce. Don't snicker at me and repeat my joke. All right. Try to be a professional and do an actual routine, unlike the second half, where I'm just going to get high and jump around and go, "Hey, here's something else I thought." Okay? Oh, vacations with my parents. So my dad would give my mom the map. My mom would turn to my dad and she'd go, "Earl, we're lost. We're lost. We're lost, we're lost, we're lost, we're lost, we're lost." "I told you to take a turn back there. You're supposed to take a turn back there. You didn't take the turn back there." "Shut up. I know where we're going." "Well, we're lost. We're lost. We're supposed to take the turn back there, and you didn't take the turn. You don't even know where you are now. I know where we're going. I'm taking a shortcut. Honey, we don't get to Muskoka through Wisconsin. Shut up! The kids like cheese. We'll go see cheese. So they would get in a fight in the front seat, right? They're getting in a fight in the front seat. What used to crack me up was the fight could end, because my dad would finally say what my mom wanted him to admit, but then she just couldn't leave it alone. Right? Because my dad would turn to her and go, "That's right! We're lost! Why are we lost? Because Earl's an idiot! I'm a moron! You married the stupidest man who ever lived! I'm stupid, 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 stupid!" She should be happy, but no, my mom has to go, "All I said was..." So my dad's having an aneurysm. You don't know how scary it was before you millennials got all hugged and shit like that and told you inspection. Most of us are lucky we're here. I slid into a base once. I had a bone sticking out of my leg. Did you know what happened? They threw dirt on it and said, "Walk it off, walk it off." So, that was walk it off. All the dirty stuff's in the second half of the show. Anyhow, we're in the car. My mom and dad are close to divorcing. Are we behaving in the back seat, me and my brother and sister? There's me, Barbara, Dave in the back seat, driving up north. My dad's losing his mind. My mom's just praying to God we shut up. Suddenly my dad would go, "I swear to God, you don't knock it off back there. I'm going to pull this car over to the side of the road and beat the shit out of each and every one of you." Well, we're not scared. We're too busy playing the only game you can play when you're a kid when you're that age, because we don't have... Well, she's already laughing, knows it's coming. We didn't have no PlayStation or whatever in the car, no video games and shit. All we had was Punch Buggy. For those of you that don't know how to play Punch Buggy, you're in the car. If a Volkswagen Bug drives by, and it has to be a bug, goes by, you're allowed to punch the person closest to you as hard as you can in the arm and go, "Punch Bug!" But see, no punchbacks, or they're allowed to knock you right out the fucking window. You see a kid on the edge of the road hitchhiking, bruised arm, leave him there. He knew the rules. He belongs where he is. So we've been playing Punch Bug, and I cheat, and I turn to my brother Dave and go, "Hey Dave, Punch Bug. Oh, sorry, I didn't know it was a Lincoln Continental." So we start wailing on each other on the back seat, and of course my sister doesn't sit there and be quiet. She keeps getting angry because Dave has moved into her section of the back seat. Oh yeah, that's what girls are like at that age. "He is in my section, Mom!" So it's chaos in the back seat. First thing my dad tries to do is he tries to hit us from the front seat while driving. Right? He's like, "Knock it off back there, you little bastard! I got you now!" Now I'm not stupid. You know where I'm sitting. Right behind my dad. I'm in that buffer zone where he can't reach. It's science. He can't reach Bart, but poor Dave's in the middle like a speed bag. I'm hanging my head out the window going, "You hit like a griddle! Come on, fat boy, put some spin into it!" Then my dad would say again, "I swear to God, I'm going to pull this car to the side of the road." Well, we're not scared. He's not going to pull over. Until you hear the scariest noise you'll ever hear as a child. Yeah, man, right? The sound of gravel under tires. Everything's great till you hear. And then 10-year-old Larry's like, "Oh shit, we're dead! Oh, we're dead! Oh, I said, shit, now he's gonna hit me harder than everybody else. I said, shoot, Dad. I said, shoot. I said, shoot. I said, shoot. I said, shoot. My dad's like, fine, get out of the car. I'm gonna beat the shoot out of all three of you. And he'd lie. I'm telling you, dude, it was brutal. That's why us older people can't stand you people. Did you spill your milk? Let me give you a hug. What the hell? I got 2 weeks in my room. So anyhow, my dad pulls us over to the side of the road and gets all three of us out of the car. My mom's in the car, and she's doing like a silent movie. You can see her in the window of the car going... So my dad lines us up on the side of the road by height. Because he just wants to, he's not going to beat us. He just wants to give us all a quick cuff in the head so we sit in the car and go, right? So he comes over, pulls his hand back. He's going to give my brother one. My poor sister Barb starts hyperventilating. You know that sister? You know that little girl? She starts going like this. Larry, stop. I think no wonder where that hit her. Probably thought she was stuck. Yeah. He turns to Dave and he's like, now, I lose it. At that moment, two things can happen to you when you're 10 and you're scared shitless. You will either start crying or laughing at the worst moment of your entire life. You shouldn't fucking laugh at all. Nothing funny here. He looks at Dave, suddenly I'm like... I start laughing. My dad's like, hey, you want something to laugh about? I'll give you something to laugh about. I'm like, hey, you crying? I'll give you something to cry about. You want something to cry about? Oh yeah, that's going to stop me. I cut my finger when I was 9. I was bleeding. I wasn't even going to show my dad. I was afraid to be like, Daddy, I'm bleeding. You bleeding? I got an axe here. I'll give you something to bleed about. Pick up that arm and go